All right, chat, let's get it. Winning in time. We got Kim versus Luca. We've got Lugia with Drapion versus Mew. So final round here, round 14. Kim with the Lugia with a Drapion up against Luca with it looks like Mew. Looks like Mew. We got the Parasol and Oricorio, so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this is not Fusion Mew. I'm gonna guess that Luca is playing DTE Mew. And with Kim going first in game one, I feel like in like a series kind of type situation, this already puts Kim at a big advantage. Because now you get to go, like, if let's just say Kim wins this game, Luca wins game two because they went first. Now Kim gets to go first in game three, and on top of all that has the Drapion. Now the Drapion is prized, which is not great, but if we can find it, then it'll be fine. Find it, it's going to be fine. Opening hand here for Kim, also pretty good as well. So I think it can even get double Archeops in the discard pile off the rip here. Has the Ultra Ball, and then has the Quick Ball. So yeah, double Archeops on the way. And if Kim knows the build that Luca's playing, which usually at this point in a tournament, the players who have been near the top tables for a little while know what the other players are playing. But Kim actually doesn't go for the Ultra Ball here. Instead goes for the Quick Ball. I'm not sure I like that here from Kim. I think getting double Archeops in the discard pile seems a little bit better. But if Luca is playing... If Kim doesn't know if it's Fusion Mew or not, then I don't hate this play. Also going aggressive with the Luminion as well. You want to be a little bit afraid of Path to the Peak if Luca is playing the DTE build. The biggest thing here depends on... Does Kim have any idea what build Luca is playing? And the way Kim is playing it so far makes me think that Kim does not know what build Luca is playing. So goes and gets the research, and then gonna pass over to Luca from here, it looks like. Because otherwise you don't really want to put down Luminion turn one like this if they don't have Path to the Peak. Like they can't, you just don't want to do that. So all right, over to Luca. But yeah, it definitely looks like Luca is playing not Fusion Mew. The other build of Mew. Double Turbo Mew. I did see the big charm in Luca's hand. So I think one of the questions I have is this Sanders Advanced Technology Mew? Is there an Aerodactyl? The way that Luca looks through their deck is so bizarre. I've never seen someone search their deck like that. That's so weird. That's so weird looking. They like hold it like that. They hold their deck very unique. They play Echoing Horn. They got the big charm, but I want to know: is there an Aerodactyl? Oh well, we may never know. We got an Ultra Ball. We're going back in. We might know. Get rid of the Horn and the Escape Rope. Escape Rope's probably fine to get rid of. The Horn, that's a pretty big discard. Now Luca probably plays the Silene. Silene's such a super strong card in Mew. Most people run it, so it could get it back, but Luca holding his deck like that is criminal. Should for sure be illegal. Definitely should be illegal. I do agree. Luca should be headed to jail after this one. Big charm on the Mew. Genesect number 1 happening. Got another Battle VIP pass. Oh, or Mike, dude, I'm tripping. I thought there was a Battle VIP pass in that hand. Plays a tablet. Second, so okay with losing a tablet there. Has a Judge and a Battle VIP pass. So we could see Judge Path here from Luca, actually. And to be honest, I don't hate the idea of Judge Path. Definitely going to grab another Genesect here. I think maybe we should grab another Mew. Could go for 4th Genesect, which I don't hate that either, to be honest. Because you could go like... Nah. Another Genesect is pretty nice, though. Yeah, you probably want the Mew Genesect here. I like that from Luca. Would have liked the Oricorio probably, but it is prized, so... And then, like I said, could go with the Judge Path play, which I think in my head makes sense to me. I don't know. You know, Kim has a research in hand. I kind of like Judge Path here from Luca. And then hope that you draw into a Stadium out on the other side of it. I like it. Let's do it. I'm down. Luca's down. Let's run it. Judge Path. Playing the tablet there, I don't know, but it did get them a little bit deeper in the deck, which did make a difference. It's probably correct to play the tablet there from Luca. Let's see how this Judge goes, though. It could go pretty bad for both players. And it's possible it only goes good for one player. The thing is, actually, if it goes good for Kim, it'll be fine for Luca, because that means Kim will bump the Stadium. And if it goes bad for Kim, it's probably fine for Luca, because that means Kim's not really doing anything. Yeah. Oricorio correct against Lugia with Drapion. Maybe. I have no clue, to be honest, on that one. But I don't know if Luca knows about the Drapion. That's the big question. Okay, research for Kim. Double powerful. Don't really want to see that. And a choice belt. So we should probably see powerful plus choice belt to the bench. Lugia. Yep, I like that from Kim. Charizard's still pretty good at helping clean up Genesects in the late game. But it's going to be a little bit more awkward to use when your opponent does play Path to the Peak. There's the Pumpkin. There's a Wash Energy. The Wash Energy. And there is a discard on the Archeops. So, I mean, Kim drew everything. Quick ball away the Archeops. Drew the absolute stones. Quick ball away the Archeops. Pumpkaboo bump the Stadium. Could maybe even evolve the second Lugia to a V-Star as well to protect it from getting Gus KO'd next turn as well, which I wouldn't hate to see here from Kim. But Kim's in a pretty good spot. But that would probably cost you discarding your Collapsed Stadium, which you don't really want to do. Or we could Ultra Ball first here, actually, as well, right? Well, actually, yeah, we can just Ultra Ball the Archeops instead. I actually like this more from Kim. Yeah, I like this more. Ultra Ball the Archeops, go from there. There we go, get rid of the Wash. Grab the second Lugia V-Star, which I like to evolve that Lugia so it doesn't get KO'd before Luca can Gus KO it. Get it out of play. I dig it. I definitely dig it. Goes with the Collapse. Ooh, save the Pumpkaboo. Okay, I didn't even really think about this too much as a play, but I actually really like this from Kim. Because you get rid of one of the Genesects, you KO a Mew, and then also you get to keep the Pumpkaboo around for later game plays when you go up against more paths potentially. Like you can get your Drapion online out of their path or something. So yeah, big fan of this one here from Kim. Is eyeing up Speed and Cap, or potentially to eyeing up the second double turbo. The Heat as well as an option, especially with the Charizard gone, but Yveltal is still a card in the deck, I believe. Yeah, so a couple options here for Kim. I guess in this matchup as well, though, you don't need to have path bumped to use Drapion, because you can also just load up the Drapion with energy from Archeops, to be honest. But it's a nice option. I'm probably thinking about loading up some energy on the active and then some energy on the bench. Well, no, I guess none to the bench Lugia. All right. We could load up some. We could put a couple powerfuls on the bench Lugia. I think that would be reasonable here from Kim. Also, I don't know about attaching the Speed Lightning. The Raikou is still potentially a pretty good attacker in this situation. Could use the other Archeops to set up a pivot as well. But just going to go with the swing here. No, I do kind of like the second Archeops being used here. Load up a powerful on the other Lugia, or maybe set up a pivot by putting an energy on one of your Lugias. And Kim either just wants to check the deck again or actually wants to make a play happen. We'll see. The thing with Raikou in this situation is, like, if you punch a Mew, you can't really get a one-hit KO on the Mew VMAX with the Big Charm, so you're going to have to two-hit KO it. Or use Yveltal, I guess. If they've got a Big Charm, you could Yveltal it, so actually I take that back. But you could two-hit KO it, but part of the two-hit KO could be using... Part of the two-hit KO on the Mew could be using Raikou to hit that plus hit something else. All right, still a decent hand here for Luca. I'm not going to lie. I think, actually goes with the benched Mew. Does not evolve the active Mew. It's an interesting choice. Wait. Why? I guess wants to leave open the option of finding a choice belt? Maybe? Doesn't play the Judge first? I think I would like to have seen the Judge get played first there from Luca. Try and draw more fusion Pokemon to use with that first Genesect use. And now I think we're going to see the Judge. There it is. Path, of course, not going to be as relevant anymore for Luca. Maybe in the late game. For the Drapion, if Luca even knows about the Drapion, or even finds out about the Drapion going, from this game, Luca might just not find out about the Drapion, to be honest. Yeah, evolving the bench Mew, I guess you're leaving open the option of the choice belt from the Luca here to get the 1-KO on the active. But that does mean that the bench Lugia can KO the Mew VMAX, the bench Mew VMAX, which would be pretty bad. Pretty good draw there, though, from Luca. Has a Genesect and a Quick Ball, and there should be... should be able to Quick Ball the Vacuum here. Oh, Quick Ball is away the... Or are we going with the Crematic? Oh, we're actually using the Crematic. I think we actually could have... I was going to say, I think Luca could have Quick Balled away the Vacuum. I don't like that play at all, actually, from Luca. I think Luca could have Quick Balled away the Vacuum, got the fourth Mew V, put it on the bench, and then drawn with Genesect, and then used the Crematic afterwards. That's what I was thinking might have been better. Also, Crematic away the... Why not Crematic away the Vacuum as well? I think Cram Away Vacuum is probably better. Oh, there's a Collapsed Stadium in play. I'm completely forgetting about the Collapsed. I completely forgot about the Collapsed Stadium. Okay, with the Collapsed in play, then I almost like the idea of vacuum away Cramomatic, save quick. I don't know. Vacuum away quick ball. Nah, maybe it is correct the way Luca played it then. Maybe Luca is just correct with that line. Yeah, I forgot about the collapsed stadium in play. It's a good thing Luca didn't forget about the collapsed stadium in play, but I definitely missed that. Oh, wait, did they just get rid of the... They got rid of the choice belt instead, though. And they quick balled away the... Lost. They're really going for this one-hit KO here on the active. So they're just content with playing with 4 bench Pokemon here. They actually vacuumed away the choice belt, which I think is actually correct. It's probably correct for them to vacuum away choice belt here. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my mind on this one. No shot for runner. So you can punch here as Luca, but you're not getting the knockout. Technoblast coming in for 250 damage. 30 short? Yeah, 30 short. 250 from the Technoblast. 30 short on the Lugia. Could clean it up later with an Oricorio ping or just Psychic Leap later on as well. Psychic Leap would probably be pretty good. I would have liked Luca. Luca also quick balled away the Lost City. I would have liked Luca to try and open up their bench this turn. I see what kind of options Kim has. I'm sure Kim would like to go Gust to close out this game fast, but looks like that might not be the available play here. I think you probably want to get the Luminion out of play here as Kim. So maybe if you could like retreat this Lugia, attack with Luminion, and then maybe get like, maybe get like a couple energies set up on the other Lugia as well. Open up a bench space. Yeah, open up a bench space would be the main thing here. And not a whole ton of options in the hand here for Kim. Yeah, I think we are going to be looking at that Luminion play here. You don't want to leave too few energy in play because then them chasing Luca chasing Archeops would become an option, but at this point actually you're probably too far behind for that ever to be a reasonable play. And yeah, the Luminion attacking here also sets up the 2 KO. 1 piece greater than PTCGO. What about 1 piece greater than PTCG? Because PTCGO is just the client. I mean, I could see it. I've never played the game. It's possible, but it's probably unlikely. Thinking about grabbing that double turbo. Goes with another Aurora. Throws it on the Lugia. Has a powerful in hand, which we might see come down on the Lugia here. I wish we could hear the judges in these kind of scenarios, because they're talking to the judge right now, but I'm curious as to what the judge is concerned with. All right, second powerful. There's the retreat from the Lugia into the Minion. Here comes the hit, and I think probably just going to send up an Archeops here from Kim, which seems fine to me. Sending up an Archeops here. No, sends up the Lugia again. I think sending up the Archeops made a little bit more sense. You want Luca to take a 1-prize knockout at some point. Yeah, you want Luca to take a 1-prize, and you have enough energy set up in play at this point where I think Kim could have probably sent up an Archeops there, to be honest. But now this opens up the opportunity for Luca to go for the Psychic Leap, right? Like, I feel like Luca can Psychic Leap here now. Oh, no, you can't, because Luca's bench is still locked. Because Luca hasn't unlocked their bench yet from that collapsed stadium. All right, never mind. I was like, all right, that seems good. But no, yeah, Luca vacuumed the collapsed, quick balled away the Lost City. But Psychic Leap would be pretty good here if Luca can get to it. Heads on the Silene. Is thinking about grabbing Path to the Peak. What is going on? Now, this can't be correct. What the heck is going on? Why do you want... Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, so maybe what Luca is thinking is the reason that Kim shuffled the Luminion back in the deck is because they need access to Luminion. Maybe that is fair. Maybe that is fair from Luca. You do want to open up your bench. I thought Luca would try to open up their bench with Lost City, but instead they're trying to open up their bench with... the way Luca's going to open up their bench is through Path to the Peak. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like you opening up their bench with Path to the Peak. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Not a big fan. I think they can get the Psychic Leap here, though. They will have the Psychic Leap play. It does stop Kim from losing Luminion on their side, but that's like the only thing it stops. And then, yeah, I think the Psychic Leap play is happening here for Luca, which is nice, but I'm pretty sure Luca's hand is dead besides a boss and a Cramomatic. I'm just not sure why Oh, does it not even KO it? Am I trolling? Okay, no, it is got knocked out. Okay. I was like, is it not knocked out? Holy moly. Should have opened up bench last time with Lost City. Yeah, I think that would have been way better for sure. Yeah, I just don't think the path does too much against Kim. I don't know, unless Luca's like really making a hard read that Kim needs access to Luminion to do anything this turn, which is possible. It is possible that that's true for sure. We can see on this side it's not really that necessary on for Kim, but here comes a quick ball. I think Kim might have the Yveltal one-hit KO here, and it looks like they do. Yeah. Which was the bigger problem for Kim was just like a lack of bench space to work with, to be honest. Here come the Archeops uses, grab their energy. Actually, there's not a double turbo in the deck anymore, but I think Kim has an energy in hand, so should be able to Bird Keeper into the Yveltal. And oh no, there is a double turbo. Oh, where did that double turbo come from? I thought there was 2-on-2 Lugias. Maybe I'm trolling. What's up, Stevie B? All right, Yveltal is ready to go. We got the Bird Keeper into it. It's sick. Everyone loves it. Let's get it. Draw 3 off the Bird Keeper. And then there's the only other thing I see from Kim's hand right now is there's a Canson Cologne in the hand. You definitely want to play that because I can't think of a reason why you'd ever want that for the future. Got a Quick Ball, looks like. Thinking about going... Oh, got an Ultra Ball. You could Ultra Ball away the Canson Cologne. Yeah, I think you might as well. Might as well Ultra Ball away the Canson Cologne. I don't know, though. I guess you do have... Well, it depends what would you want to get here, I guess. Instead of going to attach to Lugia, discard the Archeops. I guess keeping the Ultra Ball around, play the Canson Clone. I guess keeping the Ultra Ball around because you know your Drapion's prize. So if you pull your Drapion off the prize cards, you can Ultra Ball for Pumpkaboo and then Drapion attack, which is kind of cool, I guess. All right, let's see what Luca's cooking with. I think it's all in on this Cramomatic. If this Cramomatic is tails, I think Luca is toast. And that's a tails. Is Luca toast? Has a boss. So Luca here is the play that Luca's doing here is counting energy remaining to see if it's possible if you bring up an Archeops, will the Archeops get stuck? And I think Luca determined it's probably not possible. So concede and we go to game 2. Pretty one-sided affair in that one. And also the biggest thing was Kim didn't have to show off the Drapion. I guess it's possible Luca knows about the Drapion already, but it's also possible that Luca doesn't know about the Drapion. So definitely. Probably advantage for... Oof, also looks like a rough start for Luca. Hang on, we'll back it up a little bit here to see the full thing, though. All right, we should be getting into it right now. There we go. All right, yeah, rough start here from Luca. Quick ball for Mew. Yikes. I almost feel like you shouldn't have Quick Ball the side lean there as Luca, so you could possibly use the side lean to recover the Quick Ball, to Genesect into Quick Ball, to play the Quick Ball, to get another Genesect, to Genesect again from Luca. This time for Kim, both Boss are in the last 2 prize cards, so low on Gust effects. Specifically them being Boss isn't a huge deal because you still have Serenas. But this does mean that the Drapion's in the deck this time. So no, that's not possible. All right, so gets a Lugia here from Kim. Definitely wants to try and find another Lugia. What I was going to say that's not possible is it could have been, Kim could have got a turn 1 attack with Drapion, but actually not in this scenario because there's only 2 V Pokemon in play for Luca. So turn 1 Drapion is not happening, although that would have been pretty good, to be honest. All right, here we go. Choice Belt, powerful. It's a pretty clean hand from Kim. Does lose a Serena here, though. So 2 Boss in the last 2 prize cards and using a Serena. Kim basically has no Gust effect left. And the hand from Kim is pretty bad. It does have a Guru to work with, a little bit of draw power there, and has the Drapion. So, I mean, got the Drapion still. I guess that's something. Thinking about throwing back an energy. Does go with that. Drew into a wash energy. Perfect. Let's get it. And pass over to Luca. Top deck Oricorio is pretty good here. More Pokemon in play is just a big deal, so you can actually draw cards with your Genesect. Has the Parasol as well. That won't protect from the Drapion, but that will protect from the Yveltal. And now draw 2 with the Genesect here for Luca. Not much is a card off the KO on the Lugia. So actually a cheesy play you could do this turn as Luca is you can just copy... And I think is what I would do as Luca is I think I would just copy Oricorio and I would just ping the Lugia with Oricorio. Goes for the boss on the Guru instead, and the Path, and then now might copy Oricorio. Goes for nope, goes for Technoblast. Never mind. I was thinking we were gonna get the Oricorio cheese, but instead goes after the Guru. I don't know about boss and Guru there. I almost like the idea of saving the boss instead. All right, terrible hand for Kim, but does have a Read the Wind. Has the Drapion, but can't use it quite yet. I'm sure has been waiting to use it. Over to Luca. Luca could basically end the game this turn if they can get the knockout on this Lugia. And it's looking like it's all riding on the back of a Cram. It's a Tails, though. So what is Kim going to do? Retreat and pass? Retreat to Oricorio and pass. All right, let's get it. Luca passes it back over to Kim. I think Kim could actually knock out the lone Mew here of Luca's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kim could actually knock out the lone Lugia here of Luca's. Because we could see Quick Ball for Luminion plus Quick Ball for Luminion plus Quick Ball for Pumpkaboo. And then that should be able to take the knockout here on the Mew. Reminiscent of when Garb whiffs Field Blower. Garb never whiffed Field Blower. If you're whiffing Field Blower as Garb, you're trolling. All right, VSTAR power. Double chops. This would actually make Kim's board state kind of weird, but it's probably worth it to be honest. There we go. I think just going to confirm everything's in the deck. I mean, actually, it's possible Kim has no gust effects left. Oh, wait a second. Wait, 4 powerful energy, 300, 330. Yeah, this does KO the Mew on the bench. Okay. But it is possible Kim has no gust effects. There's 2 boss in the prize cards, and there's 1 Serena in the discard pile. Some people have been going to... I think actually going to be very curious if Kim actually checked the prize cards. Or now is checking to make sure the gust effect is in there. And it's not in there. And that's why you always check your prize cards as soon as you possibly can. Specifically at the beginning of a turn when you search your deck, make sure your play is there. Because Kim has searched their deck like 3 times now and never checked for their play. And now is getting to that point and is like, oh, what the heck, bro? And now it's a little bit awkward for Kim. Not super awkward. I still think you're in a fine spot. Taking Birdkeeper seems a little bit awkward, though. Oh, but we can Birdkeeper into Luminion and then attack with Luminion. Okay, I actually like the Birdkeeper because we've only used 1 Archeops here as Kim. This is fine, actually. We should be able to use this other Archeops first, though, and go get Double Turbo plus. So we should use the other Archeops before we do this and get Double Turbo plus Aurora out of the deck because we don't want to draw into energy off this Birdkeeper. So this is a missequence here, I'm pretty sure, from Kim. Kim should have used that first. Get Double Turbo, get Aurora. Because you can use Double Turbo to KO the Oricorio in this situation. Yeah, so that's definitely a mistake there from Kim. Because Oricorio is weak to water. Some people actually don't know that. Oricorio is weak to water, though. Oh, has Kim already attached? No, they didn't, right? Did they? I don't think so. Okay, I didn't think they did. Maybe they did? No, they didn't. Maybe they did. All right, but now there's no Pumpkaboo for the Drapion later on. Yeah, no Pumpkaboo for the Drapion. So it looks like Kim only does play the 1 Serena 2 boss. You appreciate the 14-month resub there, Johnny. Dunsparce sent up. Luca can draw 2 cards with Genesect. Let's see how it goes. Not good. Gets a power tablet and a pal pad. No boss grab from Kim, so Luca could run away once again to a Genesect. If you leave the Mew in the active, it does get KO'd by the Lugia, and you lose the game. So you kind of have to retreat to Genesect here as Luca. You could also just concede. I don't know. It's tough. You touched a powerful to Lugia from hand that turn? No. Maybe. That's what I was thinking maybe happened, but it was maybe the previous turn. It was potentially the previous turn. We could go back and rewatch it at the beginning. All right, Yveltal grab here from Kim, and then probably just loading it up with the Archeops. This Lugia KOs the Mew, and then the Yveltal theoretically KOs anything after that. So should be in a pretty good spot here. Should be in like an almost unlosable spot here as Kim. And there's a Drapion. Finally leaks the Drape. Doesn't use the Archeops, and there's a concession from Luca. All right. Well, that's it. Final round of Swiss